What's poppin'? It's Princess Storm, and I got my homeboy DUBB in the building.
What's up with it?
What's going on? You finally here. I have to say I'm sorry, okay?
You good.
First off, I'm going to apologize because DUBB been blowing me up like Storm. When I'm going to get in the building, Storm, respond back to me. Having other people call me, so I'm so sorry. Okay?
We good.
Okay, we good. He ain't mad at me. He was mad at me for like 2 days when I didn't reply back, but I'm like, I'm so sorry. It was a holiday. It was my birthday.
Happy belated.
See, you didn't even tell me happy birthday.
Belated.
That's why I didn't respond.
I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Happy belated.
Moving forward, I went on tour.
Perfect.
Okay, let's start the interview. So how did you come about to be this amazing rapper, activist, like straight up brand within itself?
I could always rap. Then from Street Status, which is the battle league here in St. Louis, and B Magic, they was like, bro, you need to battle. I was young and hot-headed, so I was like, I don't know. So I finally got into it. People started generating and flocking towards me. After that, I started doing music, and it grew from St. Louis to, like, it was people in, like, Dublin, Ireland listening to my music from the battles. So in, like, 2012, I said, I'm going to really take it serious. And then 2014, Mike Brown happened. Yeah. And, you know, I really come from the hood. Like, a lot of these things that rappers rap about, like, I really done it for real, for real. So, like, it hit me, like, I can no longer continue to rap and perpetuate this stuff that's going on in the city, and I'm not myself doing anything to try to help it. So at that point, I was like, I got to dedicate myself to also try to change some things while I'm telling the story of why we do what we do. Yeah,
you like jumped all over the place. You just completely took over my interview. You're like, look, I did this and I did this and this. So let's take it back for a second. The battle rap. Most people in St. Louis don't know how big battle rap is in St. Louis. It's huge.
It's huge.
I was like researching you because I got to do my research sometimes when I don't know people personally. And I was like, oh my God, he straight can spit. Like you was coming at people next. Like, and you know, battle rap, they take it serious because y'all be saying some things that's mad disrespectful. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm like, look, I don't know. I would have to fight some people after they talk about your mama and your kids and all this, but y'all just.
It happens.
It happens? So battle rap or rapping, like, for, like, recording and songs, which one you like better?
I like music better. It gives you an opportunity to let people get to know you as a person more. You know, battling is strictly competition.
Yes.
Who can dunk better?
Who can kill? Go for the straight kill. Don't save them at all. Yeah. I'm like, oh my God.
But it trained you, though, to be a better MC. So, like, I learned how to control the crowd, how to perform, how to maneuver. I can rap for 13 minutes straight with no sweat.
Have you ever battle rapped a girl?
No, they was trying to book me for Valentine's Day to battle rap a woman. But
okay.
I don't know how.
I was like, I don't know. She might have been crying after you left the stage, so I'm happy you ain't do that. But that was just a personal question. And now with the Mike Brown situation, most people are familiar with what happened. Why did you feel? I know you say you're from the hood, you're from the streets, and you just couldn't sit back and see yourself doing it. Why did you feel it was so important though? Because some people did go out there and protest, but like you was on the news, you was like out there every day. Why did
President
you feel?
Obama?
Yeah. Why did you feel to go so strong for it? Did you know Mike Brown?
I didn't know him personally.
Okay.
Actually, the day it happened, it was a young guy that I was mentoring as far as production, and he hit me. It was his friend.
Okay.
I mean, I kind of blew it off at first, like police kill dudes here every day. People die every day. And some in my spirit just told me, like, some got to change, especially after the Trayvon Martin situation. I personally feel that us as black people in this country, the oppression and the systematic things that we have to deal with is completely nonsense, and they try to throw it up under the table. So I just felt like it was time for a change. I felt like I could use my influence with people that I knew and with rap and battle rap to influence some type of change.
When you say you mentor people, why do you feel it's so important to, like, mentor young boys or, like, just step in?
Well, for one, a lot of us don't have fathers. You know, I didn't have a father growing up. My father was locked up when I was 1 year old. I just met him, you know, physically, in the physical form for the first time, like 1 year ago when he got out of jail.
Okay.
You know, so I feel like we don't have the proper influence and guidance that we have to be men. You can't grow up and be a man if you have nothing showing you how to be a man.
Yeah. So how do you feel you were able to do that? Like, how do you feel like you turned and made the right options? You know, because like you say, your father wasn't around, but you still turned out great.
I just decided to.
Yeah.
I wanted more. You know, I looked around at our conditions, everybody in my family, people that I knew, and like the normal wasn't enough for me.
Yeah.
And I felt like to be great, you have to change your entire mentality.
Okay.
You know, I can't continue to do the same things that I used to.
You're a grown man. That's some grown man answers right there. I don't know. I'm gonna have to like double that up and play that like twice. So let's talk about the album you got.
For sure.
It's called Pleasure, Money, and Pain.
Yeah.
I love money. I hate pain. I hate pain. So how did you come up with this title?
I just wanted to pretty much paint a picture, a diary of what I was feeling at the time. Every project I do is where I'm at in my life at the time. Like the previous album, it was called The Drop, which was short for The Drop That Spilled the Cup. I got that title when we was in Mexico protesting. And it was everything that was incorporated from Ferguson, past experiences. And this, I wanted to get back to the music, what me as an artist and what defines me as far as where I'm at in my life right now. And I think those three things like perfectly sums up where my mind and heart at right now.
Yeah. One thing I got to say, like me discovering so many new talent in St. Louis, y'all really work together. Like you stick together. You got people featured on your albums. You know what I mean? I mean, that's a blessing. Sometimes people be like, I'm being selfish. It's strictly me. Ain't no features. This is it. But y'all all work together.
We have to.
You told me you got a concert coming up.
Yeah.
December 22nd?
December 22nd.
Okay, I remember the date. I was like, it's December 22nd. I was like, remember that, Storm. So it's going to be at Cherokee.
Yep, 2720 Cherokee.
Okay, so how many people do you have performing? Or what type of show is this? Is this like a album release?
It's an album release concert, but it's more of a production of who I am. So it's going to paint a picture. It's also a couple battles on there. So if people never been to a battle rap event, it's 2 battles.
Never on Cherokee Street.
It's 2 battles on there. So it encompasses me as an artist, period. So it comes from battle rap to the underground music to me actually putting out, actual music now.
So are you completely hands-on with this? Or you just, you doing making the line up?
Yeah.
Collecting the money?
Yeah.
Doing everything? Yeah. Okay, well, you're a straight over-around
I
boss.
even did the graphics.
Okay, I saw the graphics.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you fancy. Go ahead and do it right now. I want to know, sometimes I ask people this question all the time. Do you feel like social media is a curse or a blessing?
I feel like it's both.
Okay, why?
Because it can help you. It can be a huge benefit if you know how to use it correctly. But I also see the detriments that it's actually causing on a lot of young boys. Like my little brother right now, he facing the charge that he had nothing to do with just off of social media. You know what I'm saying? And you see a lot of these little dudes, like when you see people selling drugs online, like it's a
posting gun pictures, just out here being reckless. Call me, I got you. Pull up. What type of stuff is that?
And people can't read and write. No, like it's a gift and a curse. I feel like if we learn how to use it the correct way, then it's a huge blessing. You connect with people all over the world, but a lot of times we see people using it the wrong way. You're
a good dude. I like your vibe, man. It's just coming off like in a straight dope era right now. I want to know, man, like what's the next 5 years? What can we expect from you?
A lot of dope music.
Okay.
One of the main things I really want people to know is like we do a lot of traveling, a lot of things that we've done. I've been featured on HBO, BET, like a whole bunch of different things. And I want St. Louis as a whole to start appreciating the artists that they have here and realizing what we have, because it's in a minute, St. Louis is going to run the industry. Like, you already see what Metro Boomin doing. You see what Smino and SZA doing. Like, it's so much dope talent here. So I want people to realize that you have artists here that can be compared to the Jay-Z's, the Tupacs, the Bigs, the greats, and get behind those artists and support them because it's time for it.
Tell everybody where they can find you on social media.
At TDUBBO. That's all you got to know. TDUBBO. You type that in, it's going to come up everywhere.
And make sure you get the album.
Pleasure, Money, and Pain. It's out now on all viral mediums, iTunes, Apple, Google Play, Tidal, everything.
Keep it locked right here, y'all. It's Princess Stormm, only a Hot 104.1.